My name is Trinh Din Dũng, or in English is Young Trin, or in the real life everyone calls me Iggy. But my upbringing was in Hue, that's where I was born. A lot of my memories was mainly of the war, and what I remember was being a 5-year-old boy at the airport in Saigon, and I just remember all the bombing and shelling around us. I saw Chinook helicopters. These are these pickled-looking American military helicopters landing at the airport, and I saw a whole bunch of families, Vietnamese families, running into these helicopters as I realized we were escaping from the war, and it was toward the end. And it was eventually our turn, and a large helicopter would land, and we would be running toward it. The back of the helicopter would go down, and I saw an American serviceman standing there with his gun. And when I hopped into that helicopter, I knew it was kind of coming into an end. All this running, hiding, and I felt, even as a 5-year-old boy, this load of kind of fear coming off my back. And as the helicopter flew off, I looked down, I saw Saigon City, and after that I saw a whole bunch of green jungle around us. And I felt hopeful for the first time in many years.
Hi, my name is Jerry Houston, and I'm the Executive Director of 7-Day Hero, and we go around the world doing humanitarian work, and we're doing a lot of work in Vietnam. We've been there 20 times, and we do eye surgeries, we work at a leprosy center, an orphanage, school, pagoda, and we try to see the real Vietnam and help people just in some of their basic needs of life. I met Dr. Iggy at a Christian businessman's luncheon, and I got to speak and talk about 7-Day Hero. And he came up to me and said, "I'm a doctor, I'm Vietnamese, let's get together." And we did, and we've got to know each other through numerous trips to Vietnam. He's been my greatest supporter and encourager, and we have done many things together, and I admire him greatly. And 7-Day Hero would not be where it is today without Dr. Iggy.
My first trip to Vietnam was with 7-Day Hero and Jerry Houston in 2013, and that was my first trip back as doing missions work. I was so impacted by what I saw there that a year later, 2 years ago, we took 3 trips back to Vietnam. And by the end of 2014, TongueOut was born. I've never been known to be too serious, and TongueOut originated by the trips we've taken to Vietnam, bringing a lot of Americans who couldn't speak Vietnamese, and it started by the way we communicate with the children and the orphans. And by not speaking that same language, we would have fun with them, and one of that is just sticking our tongues out together. When we hang out with the kids, the orphans, whether it's in Haiti, Mexico, or Vietnam, we basically take off our degrees, our education, our status in life, and we become like a child, like a kid. And to do that, we have to stick our tongues out. I have 2 goals with TongueOut. We want to be God's hands and God's feet, to try to reach those who need God's love. And we do that by providing lots of hugs, and we're providing medical care, bringing vitamins, bringing hygiene items. But mainly we want to be a group that serves the children by just being present there with them, because we want to know that they are loved. And it's called the Ministry of Presence. And by doing that, we want to give them hope that there are those around the world who love them, who want to show them that that there's opportunities and hope for them in life, and then to let them know that there's a God that loves them as well with that.
Hi, my name is Claire Offenberger. I'm a filmmaker and I'm also on the board of advisors for the TongueOut Corporation. One of the most impactful things I've experienced through TongueOut was encountering kids who don't often get to act like kids. And I think that's why TongueOut is that much more significant, because TongueOut strives to self-deprecate, to act more like kids, and when you act more like a kid with a child who doesn't get to act that way regularly, it's powerful.
So basically we're going to take their name and their complaints and then send them over to check their vital signs, and then after that they're going to go see the doctor and get the prescription they need.
Mà cô uống thuốc bổ không? This gentleman has lung cancer, and he's coming here seeking for help. But yeah, they always say it's not resectable. There's no surgery that can be done for this gentleman here. So the best thing we can do is just support him, give him some vitamins, and then pray for him with that.
So we expected to see more people today, maybe even a couple hundred more people, but actually we were limited by really what the government allows. So in order to actually be seen, you have to be pre-selected by the government based on your age, whether you can come see us or not. And so they actually have to come in with a hand-stamped form from the government to be able to come to a free clinic. So it is not how we would think about it in anywhere else.
Her name is Bun. Bun is like cake in Vietnamese. And she's 89. Bác bị phong bao lâu rồi?
Lâu, hồi 28 tuổi là bệnh rồi.
She developed this disease, leprosy, since age 28.
Ở lâu lắm rồi, ở mấy chục năm lận rồi.
She's been here many, many years. Bác mà tay như vậy nó từ từ nó rút vô à?
Dạ.
Yeah. She said it slowly, her fingers slowly absorbed over time. And so it's gotten to a point where she can't really eat now because there's got no fingers left. With it. Do you have a yap strap? Can you ask one of them outside? Who has a yap strap? All right, great. We have a yap strap.
Well, this is a Yap, and I met him about 5 years ago. He is the inspiration for the Yap strap that helps people that cannot use their hands or fingers so that they can be independent and be able to eat on their own. And he found something that he stuck around his wrist and stuck a dirty spoon in there and was using it, and I saw that saw that maybe we could figure out something that would help. We came up with one. I found an engineer, a Vietnamese engineer in Orange County, and we named it after Yap because he's the inspiration for it, and it's called the Yap strap.
Lá cà muỗng lên.
Yeah.
Lá cà muỗng lên thì ăn được nè.
No, she says she can eat better now with this yap strap in action.
Ngon quá, ăn cái
She said it tastes so good.
không có cái gì hết, ăn
She said
không.
there's nothing there, it tastes so good.
You know, I feel like my whole life I've just been spoiled to death. And I think it's kind of messed up that some people have to go through so much hardship, and I'm just born into this life of, I guess, privilege in some areas. Like, all of my basic necessities are taken care of, and some people have to work daily for those. So, I guess I just came to sort of give back what I never earned.